Hey everyone, welcome back. Okay, we've got to figure this puzzle out. And last time we were having a conversation about Ubisoft. Here we go. I figured the puzzle out. We're having a question about Ubisoft and thinking what happened to them, what made them change. Probably money. I mean, let's be realistic. It was probably money. But they changed Assassin's Creed up, right? They changed it with Origins. And Origins was a little rough around the edges, and Odyssey made it better. I actually never finished Odyssey, because we were saying that Odyssey has got a huge amount of content, right? It's a fucking massive game. And it is huge. But it is somewhat disappointing in the game in the fact that I think it's too grindy. Like I'm saying, it is definitely a true contender for if you've only got like one game a year and you want a game with shit tons of content. It's definitely a huge contender. However, I think it's too grindy, and there's microtransactions in that game. I think, and don't think there's like direct like levels or direct skill points. I think it's like level EXP boosters or something. I don't know. I never brought any because I don't want to buy. I don't want to fucking buy more shit once I pay for a game. You know, it's just, I don't know. I have done not microtransactions directly. I'm trying to think of a microtransaction that I've actually brought. I'm not sure I have.
Where are we?
This was the Sultan's zoo.
What the fuck? Okay, the camera angle's going with. Oh, the Sultana's zoo. Look at that. What a zoo, man. My Planet Zoo looks fucking way better than this fucking garbage. Yeah, so brain power. Let's focus on one thing another. Microtransactions. We'll come back to that one. Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Right, Assassin's Creed Odyssey or Origins. Assassin's Creed Origins made a big change to the way Assassin's Creed games functioned, and it was good. It was a good change. It was rough around the edges, but, you know, Odyssey shaped it up. So what was the best Assassin's Creed? Like, loads of people say 2 is the best one. I started playing the HD remaster of 2, and I hated it. Like, the controls for Assassin's Creed games and the controls and the... So what am I trying to do? Just quality of life. Oh, there's only 4 dudes. That's weird. Just like the general quality of life of Assassin's Creed games changed so drastically from like 2 to what, Brotherhood and Revelations, was it? Those 2 games? Who was that character? Was it Ezio? Who was those dudes? And then it moved on to like different characters with the Assassin's Creed 3, was that the American Revolution? There's been so many of them, I'm trying to think of which one's which. But they like, after 2, I really liked it. Then Brotherhood, I really liked Brotherhood, because Brotherhood had like a management system, right? Was that Brotherhood or was that Revelations? Oh, I think it was Brotherhood, where you got like, you hired other assassins and you trained them up, and that was really fun for me. I love building something and creating something in games, you know. So that was really, really fun. I didn't really pay any attention to that thing, so we'll just have to figure it out for ourselves. Do I want? Yes, I do want to go down here. Swing on this branch, and then they kind of just repeated themselves. You know, the Assassin's Creed kind of just became okay. Another year, another Assassin's Creed, right? Like that's just what happened. Man, I could fucking suck at killing these. How do I kill these? Do I just have to like block? There we go. That's how you go. Is there more? But yeah, so then along came Black Flag, right? Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which was like, again, an amazing Assassin's Creed. And why was it so good? Because it changed the formula slightly. the game wasn't no longer just this same old boring Assassin's Creed game. It had boats, right? Or it had a focus on boats. I think there was a couple. Well, that thing's not on the floor, is it? Look at that. There's like a little hole in the floor. There may have been boats in 3, but it wasn't like focused on. Whereas Black Flag, they really focused on like ship combat and stuff like that, and it was really fucking good. There's more of these fucking birds. Oh, I don't fucking know. Come on. Do I want this box? What do I want in this box?
Look, a crack.
Oh, a crack. Okay. In she goes. Right, so like the focus on ship combat just made the game so much different and added a break point
Here I am.
as something that broke up the ordinary Assassin's Creed playthrough, right? So I was like, okay, fine. I'm into this. I like this. So I played Black Flag a lot and finished that off. I think,
The Sultan's pride and joy.
I don't want to say I 100%ed it, but I think I almost 100%ed it. I played a lot of
As
it.
a child, I dreamed of it and longed to see it with my own eyes. Now it was a place of terror, an abandoned ruin laid waste by the sands of time.
Here I am.
But now Assassin's Creed games have changed. They've changed again, right? They've changed again. They've got like weird, like kind of Dark Soulsy combat, but not really, you know. And it's good combat as well. Like it's fun. It's fun to participate in, and that hasn't changed from Odyssey either. But they've also got ship combat, because since ship combat was such a popular thing, they can no longer get rid of it. You know? Do you reckon we could actually just get up to that? Oh, we can. Amazing. Oh. That was almost not an amazing moment. Careful now. Holy shit. Can we get on this? There we go. I think, yeah, flip. There we go. We run around. Run around again? Question mark? Ah, here we go. Okay. We're in business. Right. Yeah, so then now they can't really get rid of the ship combat. And the ship combat persists to this day, I guess, to Odyssey. Even Odyssey has it all as well. And I think, I'm not sure if it's actually been announced or if the new Assassin's Creed was just leaked. But isn't the new one like a Viking sort of situation, which also sounds like very heavy ship combat orientated?
I just saw a door open.
But hopefully that'll be cool. Because I like Vikings. I mean, I'm sure actual Vikings were kind of jerks, but I like I like the idea of Vikings. Right, let's watch this. I haven't forgotten about microtransactions. I'll talk about that in a second. Oh, we fell. That's a lie, right? It's got to be a lie. Or is it a lie? What if we fall there?
Done.
What will we find?
I'll start the
I
story
think
from here
death.
this time.
Actually. I think it is actually just death. Look, they're starting to lie to us. Crazy, huh? Alright, how do we get... We get down this way, I think. But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like the best games that Ubisoft have made in general have been ones that have shaken up the formula. And even if it's just a little bit, even if it just makes the game feel somewhat different, it's a good thing, right? Because it feels like you've not paid for the same thing. And I don't know, maybe because that doesn't seem to work for all franchises, right? Because I mean, Nintendo get to release a Zelda game every time, and that kind of feels very, very similar. You know what I mean? But yet they seem to function. I don't think all Zeldas are very good. I'm not going into a conversation of what Zeldas I think are good and what are bad. I've said before what I think are good and bad. My favorite one, for what it's worth, is Wind Waker. I love Zelda Wind Waker. I think that's my favorite one. Sand Apprentice. I don't know what that's for. Probably killing dudes. Which is weird that they give you a trophy for killing dudes, right? Because why would you... I see what we gotta do. We gotta go along here. We go. But yeah, everyone still buys and likes Zelda games, right? Even though many of them are very similar. But I guess they changed them up enough that it doesn't feel like the exact same game, because it's a different environment, different. Even though some environments very much are very similar. Not that it's a bad thing to have a reoccurring theme. I don't know, I guess a good game is a good game, regardless of the situation.
There's no door.
Stand on that pressure plate, will you?
Wait, what? Oh, there's a crack. She went through the crack. Right, you're still in the pressure plate. What did that do? What did that do for us? Hey, that let me go through. Alright, bye.
How do I get through?
I don't know. Can't you crawl through a crack or something?
I don't know. I'm sure we'll find a way down here. Right, microtransactions. Right, let's talk about this. I've got such a confusing whoa. Whoa. Such a confusing opinion when it comes to microtransactions. You know, because loot boxes are not good. They're not a good situation. We've had a lot of issue with loot boxes recently, you know. I'm sure anybody who's watched any form of news show has... Well, I'm not sure that was the correct way to go through that, but we managed it.
You did it.
Whew. This is a big area. But yeah, so I don't like loot boxes at all. I don't mind them when they're for free. That makes sense. Like, I don't mind the principle of it because it's somewhat fun. Like, to open those boxes, it's like opening a pack of Pokemon cards, right? It's somewhat satisfying to be like, whoa, this is what I got, you know? So, like, I get that, but there does seem to be some sort of limit to it. I think, especially in games, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's easy to say, oh, it's the same as eating a Kinder Egg or opening a pack of Pokemon cards or a pack of Magic cards. It's not the same in a video game because you didn't have to pay £50 or £40 to start playing Pokemon trading card game to begin with, right? You brought a starter deck, I guess. Is that the same thing? Because that's like £10, but you don't even have to buy a starter deck, right? So this is the one that said we fall off, right? We fell off in the thing. So let's fall. Definitely deaf. Definitely deaf. Definitely deaf. That's fine. Whoop. I'm okay. Oops. There we go. Right, there's a crack there for her to go through. So let's just go across here.
I'll wait here.
But when it comes to microtransaction, doesn't necessarily just mean loot box, right? You could, so that's also kind of a delicate subject, right? Because like cosmetic, where I really love dressing up my character, so a cosmetic choice is important. So I don't think the just cosmetic argument really flies with me. But at the same time, I don't get that upset. I don't get that upset as long as there's enough cosmetic options for me in game. But then I just won't enjoy that game and I just won't play it. Nor will I buy its microtransactions, right? I'm trying to think, because in Final Fantasy XIV, I've not brought microtransactions, but some people have brought some cosmetic mounts for me I'm trying to think. Yeah, I did. I brought a level boost for one of my ults. I did. So I have brought. I had I ult on a different server, and I brought a level boost for it. So yes, I have paid for a microtransaction. That is my payment for a microtransaction. But that's for a game that I've played for thousands and thousands of hours. So whilst it's not different in microtransactions, it's definitely a... Because I also pay a subscription fee for that, right? I pay a monthly subscription fee for Final Fantasy 14. So I'm already supporting it on a monthly basis, you know? Not to mention like extra retainers and stuff, which are like extra like 90p or extra pound or something onto your subscription. So I'm already paying a little bit extra past the subscription base, right? So yeah, I don't. I don't know. I mean, I brought the level boost thing, or actually no, it wasn't a level boost. It was a scenario skip. I'm sorry. No, I'm like completely altering the story now. But no, I skipped the scenario on my ult because it's quicker to level up with the scenario skip. Just leveling up with dungeons and shit as a tank. That's what I did. So I don't mind playing it, I just didn't want to go through the scenario again. I think that's what the deal was. Fucking hell. I'm sorry, that was a complete like fabrication there, wasn't it? Ugh, gross scarabs. That's fine. There's just a little bit of misinformation. But either way, it's still a microtransaction, and I did pay for it. And I paid for it because I couldn't be asked. And that kind of is the ending of it, you know what I mean? Like, companies make these games grindy so that you pay to skip it, which is a bit fucked up, really, when you think about it. But we were talking about microtransactions because of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, right? Like, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is overly grindy because they want you to buy the microtransactions. They recently, like, skipped all their things, didn't they? They, like, pushed them all back to the new year. So, hopefully, there'll be less of that. It'll be a bit more well-balanced and there'll be better games. Who knows? But, here's hoping. Oh my, okay, here we go.
The bath.
Oh, it's like the baths now. Scary, I don't want to go in there for her. She's not bothered, look, she's going right in for it. Yeah, I think that's probably enough conversation on microtransactions. I wish they weren't a part of the games. I wish they didn't exist because I don't want to pay extra money. Let's pause it before she shoots somebody and starts a fight with us. But they do exist, and
Shall I go on?
I don't mind buying something extra every now and again if it's for a game that I've put in hundreds and hundreds of hours into. I've brought a couple of Pokeballs on Pokemon Go. That's the other microtransaction I've done. Although I've not had to do that ever since they added the gift situation with your friends. Ever since that added, you guys have sent me so many gifts with Pokeballs in it that I have never had to purchase another pack of Pokeballs. So there you go. You've saved me a couple of quid. Thank you very much for that. In fact, actually, it's gotten to the point where inventory management and items have become an issue, and it's quite frustrating at how many inventories got it. Not that I'm being grateful. I'm very grateful, but I have actually stopped opening gifts on Pokemon Go because I haven't got inventory space. That's how bad that's gotten. So there you go. You can expand your inventory, of course, for 99p. But again, that's also a different matter because it's free to play, right? Pokemon Go is free to play, so it's kind of different in a way. You don't mind giving them a few quid because it was free. Yeah, there you go. Final stance: microtransactions shouldn't be in a game I have to pay for. I know, what a controversial stance to take on that situation. But there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye bye.